By a bumbling old time machine, Dirk begins the rescue mission. Once the casket of doom has opened, Mordroc will place the death ring upon Daphne's finger in marriage, and she will be lost forever in the Time Warp.
Bipolar dark work. It sounds beautiful. Not anymore, pardon this dark soul.
What's up, everybody?
All right. Welcome back.
You're in this corner. What's going on? Whoa.
iiRcadians episode 2.
Look at this guy up here. What's going on? That's creeping me out. It says Mikey J, but is that Mikey J? He's not going to say anything. Hey, nice shirt, though. Dude, hold on. Wait. We got to make him big here. This is... Look at the eye. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Oh, man. You guys are crazy. Well, welcome, everybody. We got everybody in the house. Val O'Connell, Ritual Dello, Tony C. Gamers Effect, CT Jason,
Dylan,
Timber Time.
Val.
Hey, sorry for the little delay here, guys. We were like last second on a bunch of stuff. I came in at the last second. A couple of us did. And
to die for.
Happy to be here.
Clean like a mother. Yeah.
Wait. One more time.
To die for. Clean like a mother. Yeah.
That's great. He's been practicing that. I think I just heard Val laughing from the other room. Was that?
Probably. Hey,
well, guys, there's 4 of us here, but we had our thumbnail. It said that there was a 5th person. So I think we should jump right into this. But last week when we introduced the 4 of us, we had intro videos, right? So I think we should play another intro video. What do you guys think?
And this is the iiRcadians. It's not just about us. It's about the community.
That's right.
Isn't that right, Jeff?
Absolutely. So we got somebody from the community that has come in, and let's take a look. Everybody knows who this guy is. You'll know him when you hear him.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm CT Jason, and welcome to my channel. I started off in 2018 posting about F-13 content, but after doing that for a couple years and covering everything I could think of around that game, I figured it was time I move on. So a couple months ago, I started with my home arcade stuff and sharing that with the world, giving my thoughts and opinions on games and different things that would look good in somebody else's home arcade. And because of that, I've gotten a lot of love from the community, which I greatly appreciate. And I will continue to go down this path of posting about home arcade stuff. So, I'm glad to join the iiRcadians as the honorary 5th member. You can see me as the redheaded stepchild of the group. I may not be there for the whole episode, but I'll be there and I'll be around. So folks, come and enjoy my segment on Game Talk with CT Jason, followed by Can You Guess It? All coming up on the iiRcadians.
Now, I just wanted to make a little speech here and say we were bringing in CT Jason because when we were kind of forming this whole thing, his name kept on getting brought up, and we just wanted to bring him in, and so we had to figure it all out, and it took us maybe one show extra than we should have, but anyways, here he is coming in here forward.
Yeah, we loved CT Jason, and so here's the thing that I wanted to mention here, guys. We've said this before last week, but the iiRcadians isn't just us that you see here, these talking heads in the the Hollywood Squares thing that we got going on, but it's the whole community. And so when we called this show, when we came up with the name of the show being the iiRcadians, it's because we wanted the show to be all of our show. So we want to have people from the community that can contribute segments to the show. And in talking with CT Jason, it was a perfect fit. So CT Jason has some really cool ideas for some segments that he wants to have regular on the show. So I think without any further ado, let's get to his first segment, which he's going to basically, what he's doing here is he plays a game for the first time. We get to experience it with him. So let's take a look. CT Jason with Game Talk.
Welcome everybody to Game Talk, where I go over different iiRcade games that I might find interesting. Now, I'm going through the list of games that I could get, and one that caught my eye was Night Slashers. Night Slashers is $9.99. You catch it on sale sometimes. It's a game that came out in 1993 in the arcades by Data East. This game plays just like Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, games like that. But what caught my eye about it, it's got zombies and monsters in it. It's got crazy looking things. So we're going to start up in this game, see what it's hitting for. I'm going to tell you what I think. There we got Attack, Jump, Special. Easy enough. Data East. Data East makes a lot of good games. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Looks like there's some stuff going down. Oh, what is this? This man got cybernetic arms. Okay, I got to figure out my buttons just like that. Just like the Neo Geo games. I think I could work with this. I might want that character right there. Yeah, him. I want Jake. American Monster Hunter, huh? Got them arms like Jax from Mortal Kombat. Okay, they about to run up in some zombies. All right, let me see. Here we want Jake. There he is. Oh, he's ready. You heard that? The man Jake is ready. Got his Captain America colors on, all right. Destroy all zombies. Sounds easy enough. That came in like the A-Team. Busting down walls, running over zombies. All right, let's check out this gameplay. He done ripped off the jacket. He's ready. Knocking out zombies. Pop, pop, pop. They don't want the smoke. This game looks good. Graphics are incredible for its time. I never caught this in the arcade myself, but I wish I did. Zombies off the elevator, they're no match for my arms. Come on now. It's like Colossus. They don't want it. Got some money and stuff, I'll take that. Come on, let's fight. Just smush them like fruit. Body slam, I like it. Oh, I don't like that. We got zombies rolling off the shelves and stuff. But it's okay. Because this man is strong. He just knocks them out. Punch, punch, bam. Oh, no, it's okay. All right, we back up in it. Come on, zombies. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. That's it. This game is easy. I like it. Don't pick that up. That hot dog don't look fresh. We're in the middle of the sewers or wherever we at. That hot dog's got some stank lines coming from it. He doesn't want to smoke. Come on, let's fight. Beat you without the need of that. Don't pick up that hot dog, don't do it. Yeah, take that beating. Come on, get up, let's fight. Oh, you got some friends with you, it's all right. Don't eat that hot dog. Don't do it. Come on, let's fight. Gosh darn it, I done ate the hot dog. Now I had to smash you up. What we got here? Oh, we got another boss. Okay. Got some Frankenstein, man. You wanna fight with me? Let's fight. I got some Sabernetta card. I'm not worried about this. You see how they talking smack, but the smack they saying ain't the stuff that's on the screen. All right, you see, folks, I got one hand. I'm gonna beat him with one hand. Come on, let's fight. How does he got electric powers? He related to Blanca or something? Come on, let's fight. Don't walk over to me all non-stop. I'm gonna knock you out. We gonna get that stuff in. Come on, let's fight. I'm back. Booyah. Oh, that little combo piece. You're almost done. Colossus style. You're done. You're out of here. One more for the road, bro. I like it. This game's all right. I think I'm gonna have to play this at another time. I like it. So, folks, with that said, I think I really like this game. I've been into Streets of Rage and Double Dragon, since I was a little kid, and this is something I can mess with. So, folks, you want to spend some money? You want to buy some iiRcade games? Come try this game out. Thanks for watching.
That's awesome. What a great segment. Thank you, CT. So when we were watching this video ahead of time, I'm like, what do you got against hot dogs or whatever? You know what he says to me? He goes, yeah, but not when you find a hot dog laying on the ground in the sewer. That's my CT Jason impression. That was great. Thank you so much, dude. So expect to see more stuff from CT Jason on a regular basis because the guy is hilarious and he's all about content for the show. So, in fact, stay to the end because at the end of the show, we're going to do another segment with CT Jason. There's going to be a giveaway and you can win some hard, cold cash. So you want to stick around for that. So let's see. So, guys, the main topic of tonight is with iiRcade having probably, I think, in my opinion, it had the most momentum coming out of the year than any of the other home arcade companies. I mean, the features and stuff that they've added to it, all the games that they've put in place, the announcements, the stuff that we have to look forward to, like online play and the new cabinet design. We're like, they're coming out with some serious momentum. But the question of the night is, in 2022, what are the key moves that iiRcade can do to keep up that momentum? What do you guys think?
Well, I'll jump in there. I think we should really get going on some button mappings just in general. But for the fighting games specifically, now it seems like that iiRcade is probably going to go into the SNK library, the Neo Geo library fairly heavily. And the more that they jump into that, the more that you're going to have to go with the proper button configuration for the Neo Geo. And I decided it would be better for me just to kind of tell you guys instead of show you. But yes, some of the games require you to press 2 buttons to pull off the special moves. And let's play that video. Where is it?
That's the problem with having so many videos. I can't find the
Uh,
button config. Is that the one?
yeah,
There we go.
there you go.
And as you can see here, I got Rage of the Dragons playing on both my MVSX and the iiRcade. And we're going to go over the correct button configuration for Neo Geo games. It's red, yellow, green, and blue in this configuration. Now the iiRcade can pull it off. You just have to do it like this using X, A, B, and C. You do not do it this way, which is the way they have it configured. And you can see I can pull off these moves on my MVSX because you need to use 2 buttons for these special moves. So much easier than on my iiRcade. I was able to figure it out on my iiRcade, but it took me a while, and it's complex and it's not correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's. I'm glad that you showed that. It's easier to see than to explain it.
That was kind of my point, you know.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Brad?
Well, I think for me, what's going to be super important with iiRcade, for me, what's going to be super important is this here, Space Invaders. They got to get Space Invaders right. And it's a AAA title. It has a lot of nostalgia. I want to talk about backdrop emulation and how important it is on these classic arcade games. Here's what I got to show.
Here's an example of Space Invaders backdrop emulation. This is going to be important to have the correct look for actual arcade Space Invaders. Here's another example of a simple Space Invaders backdrop emulation. Don't leave this out if you're going to do Space Invaders.
And this is how it works in an arcade game.
Okay, Papa Brad's going to show you how one of the classic games works. And this is a trick that they should be using also on the Space Invaders when it comes out for iiRcade. You notice I'm at the Rio Asteroids Deluxe machine. The way it works is there is art and watch when I pan down what happens. The actual monitor is shooting up onto some artwork. So what the player sees, they don't see this with no graphics. They actually see an asteroid field. This gives the authentic experience. If you're gonna do a game like Space Invaders or Asteroids Deluxe, the background is a big part of how this game works.
Okay, now what I gotta say is, let's get that backdrop emulation in there. What brought me to iiRcade was when they released Dragon's Lair. I saw them on P-Dubs. I believed in John. They came out with the console. Dragon's Lair is an amazing version of the game, and they gotta give Space Invaders that AAA treatment like they did to Dragon's Lair. Give the game the respect it deserves. What do you guys think?
Dude, I completely agree. I think in a broader sense, I think what you're basically trying to say, it feels like to me, is just they need to do it right.
Do it right.
So when they've got an idea, something that they want to implement, do it 100% right. Don't kind of skimp on it.
Exactly. Let me blast one thing in.
Yeah.
iiRcade. Mame has had this for a while. Yours should at least be this good. This one. You gotta do backdrop emulation if you're gonna do Space Invaders.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, and it's the same kind of thing. Like, we've heard rumors and stuff about like Golden Tee, but if you're gonna do something like that, you have to have a trackball, right? Like, to me, that's just like putting half effort into it if we're gonna do something like that and play it with a joystick. It's kind of like if you're gonna put out Space Invaders without backdrops and that kind of thing. It's like you don't want to do things halfway. do it
Go
right
all
or
the way.
don't do it at all.
Either
right?
do it right or don't do it at all. And they've done such a great job. When I play a game like Burger Time or Elevator Action or Dragon's Lair, man, I feel like I'm at the arcade. And I gotta say that's a fantastic thing.
I don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're not doing things fully. Like some of the things they're blowing us away. Like we ask for scan lines and they give us like 10 different options, right? So I'm not saying that they're not doing it that way, but they have to keep that momentum up. Don't start skimping on stuff and doing things halfway, right? Like that's pretty important, I think.
And I think sorry, Mikey, go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say, back with like the button mapping and stuff, like you say with the scan lines, they can just put them right in the menu there, and just like they have all the other options, and we can add it in and be good to go, man.
Yeah. And I think especially like if they just did the fighting games, like give us the option on the fighting games to set up our button config the way we like.
Right.
I mean, a lot of the other games, it's not that crucial. If you have one button, you can kind of, it's not that big of a deal. But on a fighting game, man, you got to have those buttons exactly where you want them. And while they're at it, let's get Karate Champ with 2 joysticks working. That's long overdue.
Well, okay, wait. The button mapping thing, like, don't bite off more than we can chew, too,
No.
right? So, like, don't come out and say we're gonna have button mapping for all 260 or whatever games there are. If that's a huge undertaking, you start with the fighter games. Start with the ones that need it the most, right?
Do Rage and Breakers to start.
Yeah, start
we would
there.
love it as a community. I mean, I would love to have button mapping on those games.
Those 2 are a must, in my opinion. A must.
So,
DK, you haven't said anything. What do you think of momentum in 2022? What do they need to do?
I want to touch on the button mapping real quick. I think it's going to be really important long term for iiRcade to set up button mapping configurations per genre, right? Fighting games, shoot 'em ups, right? Beat 'em ups, things like that, so that you can actually say, hey, this is my mapping for a fighter. This is my mapping for, a shoot 'em up, etc. I think that'd be really cool. In regards to momentum, like, for 2022, I mean, obviously, iiRcade's off to a monster awesome start with this new Gen 2 cap. I think the biggest things are going to be games, right? I mean, obviously we've already got the cabinet. They've got amazing sound. I mean, the screen's beautiful, right? We've got sandlock controls. I think my two favorite companies that I'd like to see on here would probably be Neo Geo and Sega. So I'm excited to see what kind of Neo Geo games, what kind of Sega games we could be playing in 2022. So that's my big thing right there.
So just they need to get them big titles. Is that what you're?
Yeah, AAA. I mean, even if we're playing, let me give you a perfect example, right? Even if we're playing like for Go Round Mark of the Wolves, who would like to see that on the iiRcade? Right?
Oh yeah, let's get those games.
What game?
Want games. Who doesn't want games?
Mark of the Wolf. Hold on, wait. I've never heard of this. Mark of the Wolf.
You've never heard of Go Round Mark of the Wolves? It is one of the greatest fighters ever made.
Oh, see, it's a fighter. See, I don't play a lot of fighters. I'm really bad at fighting games, so
well,
that explains it.
Can I say something about the fighting games here real quick? Now, don't let Jeff be coy with you. Now, they put me up on the big screen here, but he has a Mortal Kombat machine back there. I've seen it. And also, when we were practicing for getting on StreamYard and everything, he got up and walked away. And I saw Street Fighter 2 something back there, Jeff. Something.
It's my big blue. I just use it to troll people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have it.
He's actually P-Dub's #1 fan. He's P-Dub's
I'm actually
P-Dubs.
No, I am P-Dubs, actually. So
No, but the people on Big Blue know what I'm talking about. That's right.
Oh, there's a guy whose name is P-Dub's #1 fan.
See,
is he good?
Being coy. Is he
good? I don't know. I mean, I am his #1 fan, but I'm not on. I don't have a Big Blue, but yeah. So, the other thing is so online, Mikey. What you had something to say about this too, right? Like they need to do online, and get it right.
Well, absolutely. I mean. But I have faith that they will get it right. I mean, and once they get down into it, I mean, just having that library of arcade games and whatever newer games that end up going online, it's going to be a blast, and I'm looking forward to playing with all you guys on there for sure.
I feel like the online could be a big risk, right? They could either do it right or they could really screw it up. And I have faith that they're going to do it right, but they've got to have lobby systems right. They got to have no lag. They've got to have matchmaking, and that. I mean, they have to have all this stuff figured out. Otherwise, it could be a total failure, right? I mean,
all I got to say, Jeff, is I believe, because
they've proven themselves.
Since they did the retro games, the first thing I said is we need, every single time they did a retro game, I said, we need pixel perfect. We need pixel perfect. We need pixel perfect. And they did it, man, and it's amazing. It separates the iiRcade from other machines. The thing is, keep that quality. If you're going to bring it to the iiRcade, keep the quality and optimize those games. I would rather wait and have a perfectly optimized game than get a game that's rushed out. How do you guys feel?
I agree.
And they've proven that they're doing a good job with what they're putting out. In general, they're doing a really good job.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think with Jong, I mean, I went back and I watched a bunch of his live streams just to kind of get an idea of who he is. You know, I mean, I'm starting to engage with him a little bit, but I mean, these guys are passionate. They're hardcore, and I don't have any doubt at all that 2022 is going to be off the hook. So
yeah, I saw a comment in there from Tony C. said something about Jeff said Space Invaders is 3 minutes of fun, which is it's true. I did say that. I went to Tony C.'s house the other day and I got to play on his virtual pin thing. So you guys can't say I've never played on one of those virtual pins.
Oh, Jeff, you know what I didn't talk about? Space Invaders was the first video game I ever played. Because
before I was born, probably.
Yeah, and it was in a Kmart at the customer service area.
What?
And back in the 70s, your parents,
explain this.
They didn't really watch you, She parked me at that Space Invaders with, a bunch of quarters. And she took care of business, and I was in another world. But the first arcade game that Papa Brad ever played was a Space Invaders in the 70s. So, I mean, to me, the game has a lot of nostalgia and importance. And that's the big deal to me. It's the first video game I ever played. So,
do you guys
want to talk about Space Invaders story real quick? We have time.
You got a Space Invaders story? Sure. Let's hear your Space Invaders story.
So, Papa Brad obviously was talking about playing Space Invaders in Kmart. Here in Orange County, my bro, right? He's like my best friend for like the last 30 years. When we were kids, we used to go to an arcade next to Golden West College. It was called Hora's Arcade. Now, the cool thing is Tadai has actually been to that arcade. I was talking with Tadai 4, and we were also talking about Beach and Wonder. So, Tadai 4, looking forward to playing some Street Fighter, bro. So this arcade in Huntington Beach that we went to was right across the street from the college. It was called Hora's Arcade. And the cool thing about this arcade was it was owned by Mr. Hora. Okay, and we used to go in there and we'd play Street Fighter and we'd play all these games in this arcade because they had an awesome Neo Geo collection, an awesome Street Fighter. They had like 3 Street Fighter cabinets in there. But they also had Space Invaders, and here's the story. So we used to go into this arcade all the time as kids, and there was this Japanese girl who worked in the arcade, and she was like 6 years older than us. And we were, over here we are, we're like 14, 15. She's like this 20-year-old and she's beautiful, right? This beautiful Japanese girl. And so we used to go. You guys remember slush puppies? You guys remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd go up to the counter and we'd order like a slush puppy just to say hi to her, right? You guys ever do this before, right?
Just to say hi to a cute girl.
Right. And then we drink the slush puppies real fast and we get like brain freezes, right? And then we'd go back and order another slush puppy, right? We just do this all day long, right? Well, here's the cool story about Mr. Hora. This was his daughter. She was about 20. It's funny. She tells us now, she's like, I couldn't stand working at the arcade. So fast forward to about 3 years ago, my best friend, see, she lives right down the street from my best friend. So he goes over and to her house and, they start talking. And long story short, they become an item, right? Here's the coolest part of this whole story. When Space Invaders came out, they reached out to Mr. Hora and said, hey, we have this thing called Space Invaders in Japan. It's causing quarter shortages. Will you bring Space Invaders to the United States? And Mr. Horace said, absolutely. And so the arcade that I grew up next to was the birthplace of Space Invaders. So there's my story on Space Invaders.
No way.
Pretty cool story.
To show you guys on like one of the next 2 or 3 episodes, I'm going to show you some original Space Invaders stuff.
I forgot. I think I heard about that quarter shortage. I forgot about that. That's wild. That's absolutely crazy. What a cool story.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up a Space Invaders cabinet this weekend. Actually, I didn't tell you guys, but I got it. $120. I picked up a Space Invaders. This thing is. You'll see it. I'll make a video eventually about this thing, but that's what Tony C was talking about with 3 minutes of fun, because I'm like, this game's not very fun. But anyway, it's going to be a mod project. It's not going to be a Space Invaders, but this thing is like, it's got some weird stuff going on. The guy changed it up a little bit, but yeah. So okay, well, hey, do we have another game spotlight to play? Did this one make it in here?
Did Project 1?
Yeah,
okay.
Ready.
All right, so here we go, guys. Fire away. This is a classic. Do you wanna introduce this one, DK?
Sure, absolutely. You know, when I was a kid, I just made a Zelda video, and one of the things and Papa Brad, he talked about it perfectly. You know, I don't know how many of you remember when you would play Pac-Man, where you were. I could tell you where I was when I played Hang On. I could tell you where I was when I played Ninja Turtles. Video games for me is kind of this cool time machine. I can go back in time and remember a game and remember so many events. But if you asked me what I did for, when for the summertime of that year, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I can tell you every place I've been, where I've been, what games I played, what was going on in my life. And, this game we're about to see right now had a shot. Basically, it was, to me, one of the most intense things I'd ever seen in my life. I mean, this was a paradigm breaker. So here's the deal. It's Dragon's Lair. Roll the video. I'm just fired up.
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a...
My name's DKOG73, and when I was 10 years old, I played Dragon's Lair for the first time.
But there is something completely different that's invading the video emporium these days, and it's a result of the recent marriage between the laser and computer technology. It's pretty amazing to see, so if you're game, let's coin up.
That was 38 years ago, and today, it's one of my favorite games of all time. This game changed everything. In 1978, we were playing Space Invaders, right? In 1981, we were playing Donkey Kong, right? We needed to save Pauline. But this was the first time, right, that we were actually playing something that looked like a movie.
For the first time, we've put the hands of the engineers who have heretofore been the game designers. They've designed all the games we see in the arcades. Now we're taking Hollywood and the screenwriters and the people that work with dramatics, and we're putting them hand in hand.
It's absolutely amazing, and it stood the test of time. It's in the Video Game Hall of Fame. It's created by ex-Disney employees.
Dragon's Lair is as different from normal video games as Space Invaders was to pinball. There's absolutely no comparison. The task of putting the game together was awesome. 13 animators sketched 50,000 drawings of the characters in action.
I'm so fired up to share this video with all of you. Dragon's Lair, it's timeless. So, without any further ado, let's play some Dragon's Lair. That opening scene with the castle, it's amazing. Here you are, going on an epic adventure, and nobody had ever seen anything like this. Like I was saying, I'll never forget going to Chuck E. Cheese, seeing those crowd of kids.
These kids at the Celebrity Sports Center here in Denver are playing the newest rage in arcade games. Dragon's Lair. You've seen how different this game looks from the average video game. The reason is the players are actually playing a movie. It was invented in part by former Walt Disney animator Don Bluth.
I'll never forget the first time I played it. I remember I put my first quarter in, and it said I needed 3 more. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, right? $1 back in 1983 was, a big deal to a 10-year-old kid, right? And starting off playing Space Invaders, I'll never forget playing Space Invaders for the first time. It was amazing. I'll never forget playing Pac-Man for the first time. I'll never forget playing Donkey Kong for the first time at Pup and Taco in Covina, California. And video games, like I've always said, they're a time machine, right? I wanted to create a time capsule so that when I got older, I could look back at the good old days.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
It's amazing. I can go back and let me know if this is the same for you, but I can remember so many memories in life based on games that I played at the time. Everything from Super Mario Brothers, Christmas 1985. I remember playing Legend of Zelda for the first time. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. When I saw this for the first time, was absolutely like nothing I had ever experienced. I mean, this was really like playing a movie. And, like I was saying, this is part of why I became an iiRcadian, not necessarily just because of Dragon's Lair, but, this game is one of the core reasons why I have been so interested in the iiRcade. And, it's crazy because talking with Papa Brad a few months ago, I'd asked him, I said, hey, man, how's Dragon's Lair? He said, you know what? It's the best version of Dragon's Lair I've ever seen. And I played a bunch, right? I mean, if you've watched any of my videos, you'll see my prank video, right? I was playing Dig Dug and talking about how I pranked my dad because back in 1989, I was playing the DOS version of Dragon's Lair. And I'm a huge fan of Dragon's Lair. I decided, you know what? The PC version came out. I'm going to get it. It came on like 15 discs, and it's all video, so it takes up a lot of space. I found some of his software, like he had software called like PK Unzip, and so what I did was I buried the Dragon's Lair video files. So what happened was, and I never meant for this to happen, I had no idea, right?
I have flaws. What are they? Oh, I don't know.
He went to his client to do a demo, and the hard drive was full.
Where are the turtles? Where are the turtles?
Come on, guys, get out of here.
Where are the turtles?
He was livid.
No! God, please, no! No!
Came home, he was, again, it's his own business, right?
No!
He was livid. Up here we've got Stranger Things.
Slayer the dragon used the magic sword.
Oh, Jesus, I'm in uncharted territory here, dude.
Here we go. Let's do it. We gotta save Kimber time.
keeps it around his neck. To slay the dragon, use the magic sword.
Let's do this. Nice. Here we go. Let's do it. There it is. That's what I'm talking about right there. Love this game. I got you, Kimber Time. Kimber Time, she got me this awesome Arcade 1-Up Countercade. I'm so fired up. I'm a huge Street Fighter fan.
I couldn't resist. I had to get him something nice for Christmas. So here it is.
It's so cool to be playing Streets of Rage with my best friend. I want to thank you so much for hanging out and watching me play some Dragon's Lair. We just saved Kimber Time. The game is never over, like I always say. And I can't wait to play Dragon's Lair 2 in Space Ace. And I will see you next time.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Nice video, man. Good job.
Dragon's Lair.
So, I want to chime in on Dragon's Lair a bit, if that's cool. So, it's actually, you know, a little secret of mine. It's actually the very first thing that was really got iiRcade on my radar, because honestly, I knew I only had room in here for one more cab. You know, luckily I squeezed Big Blue in here. I don't know how I made that happen, but I'm pretty much out of space. And I wanted the Dragon's Lair because there's just putting it on a track mode and with the sounds going, I mean, it's a classic. And I feel like your arcade is kind of incomplete. And so I was waiting on Arcade 1-Up for it, but you know, they dropped the ball. So welcome to iiRcade.
Yeah,
go ahead, Brad.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Well, when I saw John go on P-Dubs, then he had released Dragon's Lair, I was like, boom, sign me up for the Kickstarter. That was what got me on board. And the fact that they did such a great job with the game, that shows me what they're capable of.
Yeah,
I like this version of it. I remember the DOS version. I never played it in the arcade, but when you showed that DOS version, I'm like, that I've seen. Yeah, that's what I remember playing. But
you know, I want to kind of just elaborate on what Mikey J was talking about. You know, with Arcade 1-Up, and I looked forward to that Arcade 1-Up. Release of Dragon's Lair for a long time, and you know, I don't know what the screen size is. Is it a 17-inch on the arcade?
Most of those are 17, I think.
Yeah, you know, and playing on a 19-inch, it just screams 80s. You know what I mean? Most of us all had 19-inch TVs. That was a really common size. So, you know, being able to play games on a 19-inch, like, beautiful monitor, I mean,
yeah, it's just optimized perfectly.
Yeah,
it's optimized perfectly for the machine it's on. It's a perfect
100%,
optimization.
Brad. 100%.
So, Jeff, did you have something? Did you want to talk about the glass next?
Yeah, that's a good segue. We're talking about the screens and the screen size. So, for those of you who ordered the iiRcade glass, it sounds like they finally got them in, and I'm already seeing people on the forums that are saying that they have already started to receive their glass. So this was, if you guys didn't know, the original iiRcades just came with a plexiglass, and there was a protective film on one side of it, but not on the other side. And so a lot of people complained that they would get scratches during shipping on that. In fact, mine has a very small scratch, but I don't notice it when I turn it on, so I never really thought a big deal out of it. But the way that iiRcade fixed that is they offered this tempered glass that you can buy. What do they charge for it? Like $45, $50, something like that. And I ordered mine back in August, and I still haven't got it yet. But they're on their way now, and some people are already starting to get them. Apparently, it makes a huge difference. It takes some of the fogginess out of it.
I've got the glass, and I love it. And there's a really great YouTuber that covers iiRcade. called Brooklyn Menace, and he is a beast. And Brooklyn Menace, I want him to tell. He did a video talking about is the glass worth it or not.
Can we while we're playing his video, can we throw a link to his channel up in the chat so that people can go subscribe to him too?
I think he's here. That would be awesome.
Yeah, let's
definitely Brooklyn Menace is awesome. iiRcade content creator.
Alright, enough of the dramatic music. I've been waiting long enough for this thing to arrive. Let's just open it and install it. So when the premium tempered glass arrives at your doorstep, it is packaged very well. You do have this outer box, which you see me using my ninja-like knife skills to open. Alright, maybe not that much of a ninja, but, you know, we get the point. I'm struggling a little bit here, but you will notice once I get it open, you have this inner box, which is actually a great place to store your plexiglass that you're going to be removing from the iiRcade. Alright, I'm going to stop the music for a second because this is really important. They give you a step coming up where they tell you, here it is, to hold the glass when you're putting the deck down. You definitely want to follow that rule because I didn't at first and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't lining up, like you saw a big space in the top. So here I am fixing it, held it in place, put the screws in, and it's done.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has inherited the treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon's Lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Super big shout out to Brooklyn Menace for bringing fire. Thank you, buddy.
That, you know, it's probably really hard to see just how much of an upgrade that is from the videos. I'm sure it makes a huge difference. And from what I've heard from everybody, it's a must-have. I mean, if that music is any indicator, this has got to be an amazing upgrade, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. I would never go back to Plexi after having real glass like that. It's so much better.
Well, if for nothing else, it's easier to clean, right?
It is, man. It's just the clarity of everything. It's like when you play the like the Legends pinball uses real glass, and it really makes it a lot better. And I know a lot of people put real glass on the other pinball too, the arcade one up. But the real glass is a great feature, arcade glass.
So you've got it, Brad. DK, do you guys have, and Mikey, do you guys have the glass?
Mine actually came with both the glass and the plexi, and I didn't even know the glass was a thing when I got it, and I'm putting it together, and I'm like, 2 of them. What do I do with 2 of them?
Mikey was like the got an extra special lucky package.
So Michael's watching this. He's like, "That's where that extra glass went to."
I said I'm gonna put the good one on. You know, I'm not gonna put the cheap one on.
Man, you gonna put the good one on.
I didn't buy it in the first wave. I ordered it back in August. I still haven't got mine yet. So mine's coming. Did you get it, DK, or you running the plexi?
Well, okay, so I'm going to order one tomorrow. Question for the iiRcadians: order 2? Because I'd love to give one away to everybody. You know what I mean?
Wow.
If you guys want
Absolutely.
to,
You guys, I'll put one in the chat if you'd like maybe a chance to win some iiRcade glass. That'd be pretty awesome upgrade.
That's super nice, DK. That's very generous, man.
You know what? We got a lot of awesome people that are supporting us. And real quickly, I just want to say thanks to the retro community as a whole. I'm brand new. You know, I'm brand new to the retro community. I'm brand new to iiRcade. And I just want to say thank you guys. The support has been awesome. Thank you.
We got some ones in the chat. People are saying they want a glass giveaway. I think it's funny. Somebody put in there like, I can't believe we're all getting so excited about glass, but everybody says this is an amazing upgrade. I guess I'll find out soon.
It's crazy, and we can do a giveaway tonight because CT Jason, he's giving away money.
Oh, okay. I think
he's straight up. I'm giving cash.
He's just straight up. Okay, so. We're gonna play the other CT Jason segment of him his giveaway, but I asked him. I said, "What is this? An Amazon card? Is this an Amazon card or what? How are you doing?" He's like, "No, cash money, cash money." So I don't know how he gets it to you, but so get ready because this is a fastest fingers, right? This is a fastest fingers. Whoever gets
fastest fingers,
and it's who we see in StreamYard. So console fanboy. If on your end it shows somebody else first, you know, we're going with what we see in StreamYard, so chill. All right? Okay, here we go. Get ready. Where is the video?
Oh
my
Jeff,
gosh.
You can't put the quarters on the glass on an iiRcade. You can't put quarters on the glass, not plexiglass.
Put your quarters on the plexiglass.
Roll it.
Nice.
That's not the right video. This is what happens when you have way too many videos in here. What did we call this one? Hold on. Here we go. Can you guess it?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's time for us to play Can You Guess It? And right here, I got a whole bunch of collectibles that I've come across over the years. And right now, we're going to see if you can guess one of those items. And if you can, the first person to type it in wins $20. So, folks, let me pick which item is going to be today. Right here, folks, we got a sword. A nice big old sword. Looks like it's got a cat on it. Big old blade, huh? This is from a cartoon in the 80s. Some you might remember. Had some cat-human hybrid people in it. Main character walked around with this sword. What is the name of that sword?
And we have a winner.
We already got a winner.
Well, folks, it looks like we got a winner. And for the winner, you done won some money. So make sure that you reach out to me after this stream, and I will make sure that you get taken care of. Other than that, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll play another game next episode. Or Can You Guess It? Other than that, let's take it back to the main stage with the iiRcadians, my brothers, and see what they got to say. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you for that, CT Jason. We had a winner. Who was the winner? I missed it.
It was Prince Malcolm.
Prince Malcolm with the answer was the Sword of Omens from, what's the name of the cartoon? Thundercats.
Oh,
Yeah. Very, very good. That was a quick answer, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you, CT Jason. Down there below is how you can reach CT Jason to get your cash money. I don't know.
Cash money.
I don't know if you're sticking it in an envelope or PayPal. I don't know how he's going to do it, but there you go.
Get a hold delivered to your house. He is CT Jason.
Rolls of pennies. He's just going to chuck them on your porch. It's going to be crazy.
Wearing a Jason mask.
Wearing a Jason mask. Here's your money. Here, it's on your front porch. He might throw a hot dog at you. I don't know, that he found in the sewer.
Sewer hot dogs.
So, what do we got coming up next week, guys? We got something huge coming next week. Have you guys seen this trailer that we have?
Crazy.
So,
insane.
I think we play it out today with let's play this trailer. And if you want to know what this is all about, you got to come back next week. What do you think?
But before we get to that, I just want to give a quick shout out to Leagues Online, and their show's gonna be coming on right at 8:30 my time.
2 minutes.
Yeah, so
that's cool.
Yeah, give them a little shout out. Give them a quick plug. Go over there and play with Gunther and the boys, and have a good time, everyone.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Just remember to like and subscribe. Also subscribe to our channels.
Let me just add one thing real quick before you play that clip. We've seen what's about to go down, and I can't wait for this thing to be revealed, man. You guys are going to be jacked out of your mind. It's going to blow your mind.
Absolutely. Have a good one, guys.